How are you?
The last time I visited this place, I came as the commandant of the college, and I came with some students who came to undertake a research work. And when I heard the beautiful story about the stay of my brother, Bola and Jibo, I was really very impressed, and I had a very good understanding of how customs operations can impact the community in which we serve. We saw some of his players downstairs, and I think it was Jibo they wanted to enthusiastically welcome. So they mistook me for Jibo, and I was really, really happy that I had a good welcome from a community of footballers, because I also play football myself. Kabesi, it is indeed my pleasure to be here. I am always very, very happy to be here for a number of reasons. Some of them have been stated by the previous speakers. Number one, Badagry, very strategic for us in Nigeria. We cannot talk about the history of Christianity in Nigeria without talking about Badagry. We cannot talk about the history of slavery in Africa without copious reference to Badagry. Neither can we talk about modern civilization if we don't talk about Badagry. Badagry is also becoming very, very strategic in Nigeria because of the logistics of maritime transportation. As we are hearing of Apapa Port, Tinkanaland Port, I'm very sure in the future we shall be talking about Badagry Port. The corridor is already being opened up, so this will be a very strategic hub for trade, coastal trade, not only in Nigeria, but also East and West Africa because of its strategic position. So for us in customs, Badagry is very, very important. And this is why each time I come around and we see our royal father, who we know as a model, because for anybody in public relations, when you see icons of journalism, you must respect them, and you must know that you owe your development to whatever the journalists have done. So we pay homage to you, Kabiyesi. We are indeed very happy to be here. We pray that God will keep you. We pray that God will give you peace. God will give you good health. And most importantly, during your era, we will continue to have peace and development in Badagry. Having said that, it is also good to let you know that I am in Badagry as part of my working visit to Seme Area Command. And we felt that this should be our first point of call because of the long-standing relationship that every succession, every generation of customs officers who serve in Badagry have with your, with the ruling house and with the Badagry in general. We've had a very lasting relationship which has been characterized by mutual respect, by mutual benefit to all of us, and you have always supported us, you have always provided us guidance. We want to say a very big thank you for what you have done for us before, what you are doing for us now, and by the grace of God, we are praying that God will give you long life so that you continue to do more for us. So we say a very big thank you to you. Customs operations in Badagry is also very important for the entire thing that we have. Seme is the most strategic of our borders. So when in 2019 we had, 2018 we had calls to close our borders, Seme was amongst the first ones that were reopened because of its strategic importance. And we are lucky that we have a controller who is passionate about his job, who is promoting very good cordial working relationship with the community, and of course the other agencies of government that are working here. And this is why we said that we should come around here, say a very big thank you to you, pledge our loyalty.
CDC Comptroller-General of Customs, I welcome my ACGs and DCGs headquarters and PRO and the entourage. Also my host, Controller Nnadi. I welcome everybody, each one of us. I want to appeal to the CG in Texas, which I want you to use your good office because we are facing a lot of challenges in Seme Command. Number one, I will encourage you and appeal to you that you should help us look into scanning machine in Seme border. Because before they close the border, the allegation given to Seme that they say they are pushing the arms ammunition inside Tokumbo, which is totally lie. But if you put this scanning in good order now, I believe you can use your good office and make this Tokumbo moving. That is 1 point. Second point, sir. During the Obasanjo regime, Obasanjo gave Benin Republic a 10 hillocks to be leading vehicle from Cotonou down to Seme to hand over to the Nigerian Customs Service in Seme border, which along the line will jeopardize the whole effort. So, and again, I believe the President alone have paid a visit to our President Tinubu, which I believe you are a part of the discussion. I will appeal to you, I will advise in the sense that if you can make this a joint patrol with this Benin Customs to come and hand over this vehicle to Nigerian Customs so that they will not be kind of carrying vehicle into bush or this sort of rubbish they are doing, so that you can monitor this thing squarely, sir. My second point, sir, third point, sir, I will also appeal to you, sir. There is a lot of hungry in this Nigeria now. If you can use your good office now to just allow a duty pay on rice in Nigeria to come in so that it can reduce a havoc in Nigeria. In this section, I rest my case. You are highly welcome. Thank you.
We believe that your visitation here is going to bring about a lot of positive measures. Speakers before me had earlier highlighted challenges. And we know without challenges, and we can think there won't be solutions. Critical situations will require critical thinking. And at the end of the day, we will come to some better results. Amongst all other things, those of us who are here, we will appreciate inclusiveness. Inclusiveness not only as per importation and exports, but also to have our children who themselves are graduates. The need to make children to go to school and acquire education cannot by itself achieve the maximum result if these children are frustrated and they are not allowed to be included in the scheme of things of the Federation. The CG, sir, you are the representative of the President of Nigeria in this domain now. We have had the beautiful relationship between us and Seme Command, represented by Jibo. Jibo has been a fantastic collaborator. Sir, at the end of the day, everything will come down to your table, sir. Kindly use your good offices to ensure that no matter how little you can do for us, permit our children also to be enlisted in the customs services. Thank you.
Gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ti sọ, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló yé mi. Ní pàtàkì àwọn nǹkan mẹ́ta tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ bá wa sọ. Níbi tí à ń gbé gbogbo àwọn checkpoint wa sí. Controller Nnadi inú tiẹ̀ náà ò dùn sí. Mo sì ti rí gbogbo gudugudu méje àti yàyà mẹ́fà tó ń ṣe. láti jẹ́ pé ká dín àwọn checkpoint yẹn kù. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹnìkan ò lè dágbẹ́ odò tó bá ń sàn, ẹnìkan kò lè dágbẹ́, kò lè dákú kó gbọ́ngbẹ́. Gbogbo àwọn tá a jọ wà ń bẹ̀ lájọ máa ṣe papọ̀. Tí customs bá ti ń ṣe tiẹ̀, ọlọ́pàá náà gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú wa. DSS àwọn náà gbọ́dọ̀ rí wípé kò bójúmu kí tiwa ojú ti àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà ní ẹgbẹ̀gbẹ̀ wa. Èmi gbìyànjú nígbà tí mo bá dé Àbújá, ṣé mo ti wá ń sìn, mo ti fi ojú ara mi rí fún ara mi. Yóò rọrùn fún mi láti sọ fún wọn pé ohun tí mo rí kò bójúmu. Ìkànnì yẹn. Ìkejì, ààrẹ Tinubu fúnra rẹ̀ níparí oṣù yìí ó ń bọ̀ ní Kútọ́nù. Òun ló máa jẹ́ ibi tó máa kọ́kọ́ wá ní official state visit. Ibẹ̀ ló máa kọ́kọ́ wá torí ìhà tí a kọ sí Republic of Benin. Ibẹ̀ ló sọ pé máa kọ́kọ́ wá. Wọ́n sì ti kọ ìwé sí mi pé tó bá ń bọ̀ máa tẹ̀lé torí gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ nípa bá a ṣe máa ṣe bọ́dà òun ni a fẹ́ sọ ń bẹ̀. Gbogbo eléyìí lèmi náà sọ torí pé mo ti rí, mo ti mọ̀ wípé kò bójú mu kí àwọn checkpoint yẹn kàn pọ̀ wọ́n ṣe wáyé. Ibi tí arákùnrin wa yìí tó lè ṣe dé, ibi tí agbára rẹ̀ tó mọ, ibẹ̀ ló ń ṣe dé yẹn. Láti Àbújá àgbárùkù tí láti rí pé èyí tó bá kù nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé ká yanjú ẹ̀ nípa tìǹbù. Bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àwọn tó ń pàtẹ́wọ́ ń bẹ̀yẹ̀ wọn mọ nǹkan tó ń pàtẹ́wọ́ fún, màá tú tá a bá ṣe tán. Ìkejì, àwọn pé ká máa jẹ́ kí nǹkan tó bá ti wọ́nà ọjà ká jẹ́ kó dúró ń bẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ ti di ọ̀rọ̀ àárín ara wa. Tí a bá kó ẹrù fàyàwọ́, tá a bá ti kó wọnú ọjà, kò pa kádàrá rẹ̀ dà, kò pa orúkọ rẹ̀ dà. Tó bá jẹ́ fàyàwọ́ ni kó tó wọjà, fàyàwọ́ náà sì ni tó bá wà nù ọjà. Nǹkan tí màá fẹ́ kẹjẹ́ ká ṣe ni wípé ká sowọ́pọ̀, ká má tiẹ̀ jẹ́ kó wọnú ọjà. Nǹkan tó wà lẹ́yìn ọ̀fà ó jòjé lọ. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n ń gbà lérò fún Badagry ó pọ̀ ju pé ká máa kó ẹrù fàyàwọ́ wọlé lọ. Tí wọ́n bá gbé port wá sí Badagry, iṣẹ́ tí ó máa ṣí fún àwọn èèyàn, hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì tí wọ́n máa kọ́ táwọn èèyàn ti máa ṣiṣẹ́, tourism tí ó máa mú wá sí Badagry ó pọ̀ ju nǹkan tó wà ńlẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ yìí lọ. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa ni wọ́n dẹ̀ máa rí iṣẹ́ ṣe, nǹkan tí ò tó máa ṣẹ́kù. Inú ààrẹ wa inú ẹ̀ ò dùn o pé gbogbo àìróúnjẹjẹ tí gbogbo ẹ̀ tára ń kan àwọn aráàlú, gbogbo ìgbà tá a bá lọ ṣèpàdé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, gbogbo nǹkan tó máa ń sọ fún wa nìyẹn pé gbogbo ń tá bá mọ̀ tá bá lè ṣe láti jẹ́ kí ìdẹ̀rùn kó bá àwọn èèyàn pé ká máa ṣe. So kì í ṣe pé òun náà etí ẹ̀ ò di, ojú ẹ̀ ò dẹ̀ fọ́, ó ń gbọ́, ó dẹ̀ mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. So gbogbo tá a bá ṣe tí ó máa lòdì sófin, mo bẹ̀ wá ẹ jẹ́ ká yàgò fún, so that kí gbogbo tó ń fẹ́ tó jẹ́ ìdí tó ń gbà lérò pé kó lè ṣiṣẹ́ fún wa, kó lè lọ dáadáa. I'll just take one moment to re-explain what I've said in
Sir, also on our part, we've done our best to see that the critical infrastructures within the ECOWAS building that were abandoned as a result of the 4 years closure of the border are being revived. Let me also tell you, sir, that the command is also doing so much to engage with the communities that we are serving. We have impacted so much with the border communities. Our COA came here and reached out to Badagry General Hospital, Achinuke Children's Home. We planted 150 coconut trees in order to beautify the ECOWAS building, and we have also provided jerseys and football teams to about 6 football teams here. Sir, we have a plan to revive our hospital. And when we revive our hospital, it's also our expectation that the communities around here will be patronizing the hospital. Let me also inform you, sir, that Nigerian Customs Service once had a school here. The closest school within this place is about 3.5 kilometers. Children who go to those schools suffer a great deal at a very big cost to their parents. It is our expectation that the customs school that hitherto was here should be revived and then be made to be used by the communities. Sir, let me state that the royal fathers that you see here, the stakeholders that are here, my colleagues from other government agencies, have been largely instrumental and helpful to the successes that we have recorded. And we want to sincerely appreciate them for being here. Once again, thank you, sir, to the Frontier Command. May God bless you. Conventions are not optimally adhered to in the sub-region, and particularly between Nigeria and her proximate neighbor, the Republic of Benin, to the detriment of trade among and between ourselves. This accounts for why stakeholders and some of who are here are complaining and seek the intervention of the CGC and the government to redress the situation. CGC, sir, upon my assumption of duty here on the 23rd of January 2023, I pledged to adopt new strategies to boost trade while enforcing the nation's anti-smuggling laws along the Abidjan-Lagos corridor, in line with the ECOWAS protocols on free movement of goods and persons. I also promised, along with officers and men, to encourage compliant traders along the corridor, bearing in mind the challenges of the joint border post as one that is still recovering from the effects of the border closure. Sir, we have kept faith with that, as will be explained in due course. It is important to note that Nigeria 2022 fiscal policy measures by the Federal Ministry of Finance lifted the ban on export of goods imported into Nigeria, hitherto prohibited under Item 8, Schedule 6 of the Common External Tariff. It is hoped that our stakeholders take full advantage of this gesture, while our brothers from other countries in the sub-region, particularly the Republic of Benin, will reciprocate this gesture where there are existing trade barriers. It is gratifying to note that the CGC and the government of both countries and the stakeholders are all on the same page on the need to improve on our relationship with a view to maximizing the opportunities offered by the proximity of our two countries to the border and develop trade along the corridor. CGC, sir, distinguished guests, this address will not be complete without mentioning the notable impacts made by the command in our key performance indicators, which is revenue collection and anti-smuggling operations. The revenue target for the command for the year 2023 is 1,960,000,000 naira. As at the end of transactions yesterday, 20th July 2023, the command has collected 1,329,582,937 naira 75 kobo. This represents 67% of our given target. It is expected, sir, that before the end of the year, we will not just surpass the target, but we will make significant impact by likely collecting double the target. This is also very significant, considering that the collection for the corresponding period in the year 2022 was 970,780 naira 28 kobo. Sir, why the corresponding period is low is because that was when the border was seriously recovering from the border closure. In the area of anti-smuggling operation, the command made headlines with the seizure of fake $6 million US equivalent to 2,700,000,000 naira. This is in addition to other notable seizures recorded between January and June 2023 as listed below. 6,569 50-kilogram bags of rice, foreign rice for that matter, equivalent to 11 trailer loads of foreign parboiled rice, has been seized between January and June 2023. The duty paid value for this is over 250 million naira. The command also seized equivalent of 12 petroleum tankers with duty paid value of 680,263,217 naira. The duty paid value for the items seized generally with other items is 1,015,173,000 naira. Sir, in addition to the KPI above, the command has also invested so much in trade facilitation and has been in the forefront of dismantling trade barriers in the corridor, which include multiple checkpoints, use of convoys, intervention by regulatory agencies that want to convert their opportunity.
Of course, there is no gainsaying the fact that this command or this border is the first and the most strategic border post in Nigeria. So the reception that we have had also have so many firsts. The protocol list is the longest that we have seen since we have started. And so permit me if I have missed out anyone from the very long protocol list. The paper delivered by the Customs Controller is one of the most researched, welcome papers that I've ever heard anywhere I've gone. And it might be a little bit very difficult for me to respond to most of the issues that he has raised in that paper. Oh, okay, it was a welcome address. Okay, welcome paper. It was also complemented by a cinema, 3D cinema that we were privileged to watch. So we say a very big thank you. But of course, we also saw that outside, the largest crowd that has ever welcomed us, anywhere we've gone, we saw a very beautiful crowd. Maybe you should have delayed the applause until I mentioned the fact that we also saw a very big canopy of a street party holding. And when I asked, he said the musicians were invited to welcome us. So CAC, we say a very big thank you to you. We appreciate the warm reception that has been given to us by everybody, by every stakeholders, by our partner government agencies, but most particularly by our colleagues from the Customs Administration of Benin Republic. It's very gladly that all these officials came from the very strategic level of administration when we come to border security management, in Seme. Customs plays a very important role in border security. But of course, we know that for us to play this role successfully, we have to play it collaborating with other agencies who also have their mandates around the borders and in fact outside the border. We must draw strengths from the complementarity of our operations. The Navy supporting customs, customs supporting immigration, the police providing cover for us, NDLA working in partnership with NAFDAC, And of course, our traditional rulers always been there to guarantee the support of the communities that we serve. So when we talk about peace in our border communities, we are talking of an architecture that involves practically everybody that is around here. So once again, I want to say a very, very big thank you for everything that we have seen. I followed your paper very, very closely, and the achievements that you rolled out. I want to commend your patriotism, your commitment, and the wonderful results which you have glowingly painted. And while doing that, I also want to commend your officers who have worked and who have toiled with you to record those achievements. There are so many issues that we can talk about in this border, and in fact, any border situation in Nigeria. At the end of this month, the President will be paying his first official state visit, and he has chosen a country in Africa, and that country is the Republic of Benin. Because of the strategic importance that has been attached to our relationship with Benin. In fact, yesterday, when preparation was at an advanced stage, I was discussing with my counterparts.
I decided to choose Seme command here is because of the good relationship we are having with ourselves here. When the Comptroller-General is delivering his speech before, he said, some time ago, he has been to Oba Alakba of Akinwunmi Holy Kingdom. That day, the Alakba blessed him that by the special grace of God, we will become the Comptroller-General of Federal Republic of Nigeria. You are highly welcome. And sincerely, all the stakeholders here present, we are welcome. The Comptroller-General Seme here, you are a wonderful person, truly. You are a very, very wonderful person. During the evolution of your office, what you read out, your achievement, in fact, you really have the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Nigerian Customs. Let us applaud it. That means you follow the synergy we are having with your predecessor. That's Jibo. When Jibo was here to despite the border closure, we have done a lot of wonderful things in developing communities by providing public toilets. We provided many public toilets within our community. And not that one only. The synergy is very popular. Likewise, the new control of custom here present. The custom here, please, we are here. We love you, and we want to tell you that we are still in cooperation with you, especially with your customer affairs department. We are behind you, yes. For especially shooting this command, the Almighty God will surely be with you. You will live long. In the Bible will say, surely goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. We are happy. We are happy. Let us applaud you. And apart from that, the other security agencies we've had when they are delivering their speech, the incessant checkpoint, the Comptroller-General has already addressed it. I want you to listen to them when you the public. the Comptroller-General has addressed the multiple checkpoints. As the custom and the science is reviewing their checkpoints, all the sister agencies, their commanders are present. I believe when the new Comptroller-General came in, Seme, the first thing I noted, after he visited me in the office, he said most of the checkpoints will be reduced. Within that week, as I went along the Gaddafi and Seme, I saw that about 3 checkpoints have been reduced. We want all the sister agencies also to follow that route. Except the Air Force that does not have any checkpoint on the road, and sincerely, their point is just at the frontage of their command. Apart from that, the Nigerian force, I think they are here, and we have a problem. But I am speaking on behalf of the communities that most of the complaints